That would be
No.
Wait.
Okay, we have Linda Smedota, Leah Brown, questions in the room, either of you can start.
Leah, not the outcome you just wanted, but it was good to get some extended minutes and get sort of your feet wet again.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a minute. I think obviously with the minutes that, our vets are playing, trying to just do whatever I can. I mean, our whole bench is the same way. Trying to go in and contribute as much as we can. And yeah, obviously the more experience I get, feel more comfortable. So.
Both of you, I mean, you're locked into the 3 seed now, so I'm guessing Coach May mix up the minutes the last couple of games, figuring that get some rest for the starters. Will it help you guys getting ready for the playoffs to get some extended time and run, so to speak?
Yeah, I think any type of experience, any type of opportunity where we get to go out there and just, play, especially together like this, will only help for playoffs. It allows us to get reps. It allows us to kind of get a feel for things because, like our vets were telling us, playoffs is a different beast. And for a lot of us, we haven't experienced it yet. So they're trying to prepare us. I know the coaching staff is trying to prepare us the best that they can. So we're just trying to get ready and mentally prepare ourselves too.
Going off that, I'm sure this isn't the ideal way to lock up your playoffs, and you probably rather clinch with a win or whatever. But if you think about being a 3 seed in the playoffs, home field advantage, just getting to play sports rookie season, what is that? Does that hold any significance to you? Just being able to sort of have that as accomplishment?
Yeah, I mean, I think, as much as an accomplishment as it is, I think even more so, it's an advantage for us. I think obviously any chance you get to play at home, especially in front of the great crowd that we have, it's definitely a momentum boost and give us the upper hand. So definitely use that to our advantage for sure in playoffs.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Thanks. All right, I have Stephanie White, quick statement, and then taking questions.
Just a tough one. I mean, certainly the second half of a back-to-back, coming in here against a team that's playing really good basketball, and everything had to really be perfect in terms of execution, and it wasn't. I think you can see the fatigue in our shooting percentages, in some of our turnovers. But we've got to make sure that we're positioning ourselves for the playoffs, and we've got to make sure as we look at these last 3 games that we're continuing to get healthy, get some recovery time for our heavy minute players, and position ourselves for a playoff run.
Stuff along those lines. I mean, you're locked into the 3 now, so these 3 games don't matter from standing purposes. Do you figure, okay, my starters played a lot of minutes this year, resting a little more than you might if the games meant something?
Yeah, I think so. But that's also conversations that we'll have with our group, our leadership group, and certainly these next 2, but not at the expense of getting us some more positive momentum headed into the playoffs. So, we'll manage, I think, these next couple of games and then look to get ourselves ready for the playoffs.
A couple of buckets, one-on-one, Olivia Nelson-Dada, credit tonight against Jonquel Jones. Obviously brought her in. She's been a much better, defensive player so far in her career. Just wondering, the kind of growth you've seen from her on the offensive end for them. Just like flashes you see.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of growth from Liv. It's, we have to remember she's just a second-year player, and she was not meant to be thrown into this situation. It's been probably a blessing in disguise for her because she's getting a lot of minutes. She's getting a lot of reps. We're seeing sort of the ebbs and flows of what it means to be a young player in this league, particularly that position. But I've been really happy with her growth. I mean, she's coachable. She works hard. It's a lot coming at her. It's a lot coming at her, a lot of responsibility defensively, a lot of responsibility offensively, and understanding the system and where she can get her teammates open, and then where can she find her opportunities. So I think she's done a really good job. She's had some tough matchups over the last few games, and I think that she stepped up to the challenge.
What went into her sort of dropping out of the rotation maybe a week or two ago, now coming back and playing?
I think just inconsistencies, particularly on the defensive end of the floor and coverages and matchups. And, a lot of it's matchup driven, playing against smaller teams at the forward positions makes it a little bit more difficult. And so, and we don't have a lot of practice time to shore up some slippage. But I didn't ever have any doubt that she was going to work her way back in and have an opportunity.
Sort of, I mean, just sort of meta question, because I've only been on this side. Is it weird doing a post-game presser with just like two people sitting right across from you?
No, not really. I mean, during COVID, it's like you're used to nobody, just on Zoom.
Do you scoreboard watch now? I mean, you're locked at 3, so you probably don't care who you play, but
Yeah.
like,
I'm never a scoreboard watcher, outside of just curiosity. I'm a strong believer that, we take care of us. We prepare the best that we can for whoever we play, and everything else that's outside our control. We just let that be. I probably when I was younger, I would do that. But now it's just extra stress that I don't need. Like I need to control the things that I can control, minimize distraction as we talk to our team about, and just get prepared for the next one.
and I think you guys are home the rest of the season.
Yes, thankfully.
And then you're home for the first 2 games of the playoffs. I mean, that's a nice stretch to build. Obviously, a place that you guys are pretty successful.
It is. It's a good stretch for us. I mean, I feel like we've been on the road all season, so it's nice to be able to be at home to finish up. I think more than anything, just to not have to travel, to sleep in your own bed, to be able to see and use everything that we need to recover, right? To make sure that we're getting healthy. We've got some players, particularly DB and AT that log a lot of minutes, log a lot of minutes. And we've got to make sure that they're as fresh as possible, as fresh as you can be this time of the year for the playoffs. So I think that's helpful.
Great, thank you.
All right, thank you.